So here we are, week two. First, I wanted to say great job, everybody, on the stuff they did. Laura, I tried to make some origami the other day, and it came out like this. So I have a lot of work to do still. Chris, I hope your interview went well. Hopefully, you hear something this week. I got my finger crossed for you, buddy. Speaking of jobs and interviews and that kind of thing, I have been out of work now for just about 6 months, and it is driving me totally crazy. So I used to work, I was a manager in a retail store, and I really, now that I think about it, I really kind of hated it. I was let go, like I said, 6 months ago for downsizing. But yeah, I definitely hated it. Retail is definitely one of the jobs everyone in the world should have to do for 4 hours. They should have to be a retail associate, and the other job is they should have to wait tables. I have done both for like at least 3 years, and it is not fun after a while. Being that I'm 23 going on 24, I have had a bunch of jobs that I cannot stand. My first job, I worked in a pizza shop, and try standing next to a 500-degree oven in the middle of August. I literally passed out. Then all through high school, I was a waiter. I waited tables while I was in college too. When I came home from college, I kind of got bored of being a waiter and a bartender and all that kind of stuff. So I applied at the retail place and was working there for a while. And then I just kept getting promoted, and it was definitely something I didn't want to do, like as a career or anything like that, for a long time. But I made good money and I kept getting promoted, and eventually I was running a store. But I never really had a real good idea or grip on what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I was good at managing people and that kind of thing. So I stuck with it for a while, but I never had the sense that I was going to do that for a long time. Even when I was in college, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I was studying English Lit. I studied creative writing. I studied philosophy. God knows what I was going to do with a philosophy degree. But I really just didn't have a sense. And then into my, probably the middle of my second year, I kind of fell into a little bit of a funk, a little bit of a depression. And I decided it really wasn't this place for me, so I came home and basically went right to work in a full-time job. And I've never really given any thought to, what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I've been thinking about it a lot recently, since I've been out of work for 6 months, and I really want to say a big thank you to my girlfriend Adrian, who really helped me through it and figure out what I wanted to do. And I've always been really creative since I was really little. I have probably like a bookshelf's worth of journals of like story ideas and things that I've written, poems and poetry and all that kind of crazy stuff. And I've never really been able to express my creativity in any way. And she really helped me narrow it down. In two ways. Firstly, I love Adrian to death, and we live together, and she's wonderful and great at so many things, but one of the things that she doesn't do particularly well, or often, it's not that she doesn't well, she just doesn't want to do it, is she doesn't cook at all. So I do a lot of the cooking around the house, and I'm good at it. Like I said, I was at the pizza place, I cooked for a little bit when I was at the restaurant, and she really pushed me, she loves my cooking and that kind of thing. And I always thought that she was being, just polite and, she's my girlfriend, she has to love my cooking. But she's really been pushing me to continue cooking and that kind of thing. So I decided that I am going to the French Culinary Institute in New York City to study to become a chef. One of my favorite stories about Adrian and cooking, which she hates, but I tell all the time because it's so funny, is when we first started dating and she first moved in, I had come home late one night. It was like 11:30 midnight, and I was off the next day, so I decided to fire up the barbecue grill. I was going to throw some hamburgers on, maybe a couple of hot dogs. I was going to sit down, relax, have a beer. I didn't have anything to do, so I'm sitting down, I got the grill going and all that kind of thing, and Adrian goes, I'll go outside, I'll cook the burger so you can sit down and relax. I was like, oh, that's great, like, even better. So I'm surfing the channels. Adrian wasn't outside for more than 5 minutes before she comes running up to the door to be like, I need your help. Can you help me really quick? I was like, yeah, no problem. And my barbecue grill is one of those big black Weber ones with charcoal. And it has, like, kind of wheels at the bottom. And so I come outside, and the barbecue grill is flipped upside down, and a piece of the lawn is on fire. Now, I have no idea how she did it. She says that it was on a hill. It was on a little bit of a hill, but I'm still not convinced. I think that she flipped the barbecue grill upside down. I have no idea what I think. So from that point on, I've pretty much been doing all the cooking. So since I'm going to be doing the cooking for the rest of our lives, I thought maybe I should go and get some formal training. So I'm going to go and take some classes for 6 or 9 months and, hopefully get trained. And hopefully one day I'm going to be able to open up my own restaurant. That's going to do it for me. I'm running a little long here. So, Chris, I'll see you on Wednesday.